Hello, Bowman County. I'm Mr. Sen.
And I'm Mrs. Cristaldi.
We want to thank you for taking the time to watch our video.
We've put this together in an effort to streamline our fall sports meeting and respect everyone's busy schedules and time.
When you are finished watching this video, please let us know whether or not you liked our new format. And as always, if you have any questions with the information throughout this video, please contact myself or Mrs. Cristaldi.
So today we will be covering our concussion management program, sports medicine, eligibility, and some reminders. Southwest Healthcare Services provides our game day coverage for all of our home varsity events and all of our junior varsity football games.
We would like to thank Jen Yanner, Darren Criswell, and Patty Gilbert for providing their sports medicine care for our student athletes.
Here are some additional services provided by Southwest Healthcare Services. If you have any questions on anything that they offer, please feel free to contact either Mr. Sen or myself, Mrs. Cristaldi, with any questions.
Part of our sports medicine management program is to help us with our concussion management. Some concussion information that you should be aware of are signs of concussions. If you suspect your student athlete of having a concussion, and the return to play protocol for that student athlete after their injury. As we begin our fall activities, eligibility is something that we will be monitoring. In addition to our Activity Association academic standards, Bowman County School District also requires that no student may participate in a contest if he or she is receiving an incomplete or an F grade effective starting at midterms, which will be September 25th. As principal, I check eligibility starting on Monday, which would be September 25th, at the beginning of the week, and I run my report at 9 a.m. The ineligible students will be notified by their coach on Monday and will be ineligible starting on Tuesday for the remainder of the week.
Opportunities for our student athletes to find success. There are a lot of things that student athletes can do to help make sure that they don't end up on the ineligible list. Some of those things are communicating with teachers before their absence, whether it's a school related or not school related absence. Getting that work ahead of time is a wonderful way to set themselves up for success. Utilizing Pride and Study Hall time to get that work done is a fantastic way to stay ahead. Communicating with coaches and teachers to find time to catch up outside of Pride and Study Hall times is another way to stay ahead. There are so many teachers and coaches willing and wanting to help students be successful. Reaching out is the best way to set those kinds of opportunities up. Working with teachers to create a study schedule to remain on top of academics. If your student has struggled in the past, getting ahead of that is a fantastic option. Teachers, again, are more than happy to work with students and do everything they can to help them be successful.
We also follow North Dakota High School Activity Association guidelines and rules for tobacco, vaping, alcohol, and other drug use. Just a reminder that the first offense in this area is a 6-week suspension, and any other offenses will be 18 weeks. And as a reminder, the rule for vaping is any apparatus that is utilized to vape, whether it has nicotine in it or not, is considered uh, an infraction in that case. So just be aware of those rules. And if you have any questions regarding that, please just contact Mr. Santa or Mrs. Cristaldi. We update our school calendar continuously. So if you need to find out when practice is, or when games are, or when buses leave, uh, days we don't have school, those types of activities, please check our activities calendar. That can be found in several different areas. You can go to our school's website. You can go to our activities calendar, which is also found on our school website. And then you can also follow Bulldog activities through our NFHS network, through our Facebook page, and through our Twitter accounts.
Team picture dates have been scheduled for almost the entire year. These dates are subject to change. Your student athlete's coach will be informed immediately of any change, and they will then disseminate that information to your student athlete.
Just a reminder, as you finish your sports specific meeting here this fall or coming winter or spring, that in order for your student athlete to participate, we must have a current physical in the office, and they must have that before they can start practice. We will be emailing out the co-curricular, the concussion form, and the emergency release form through email here in the next day or so. And then the participation fee to participate in any of our activities is $25 per student, with a max, individual max of $25, a family max of $75. And then, of course, we also have free and reduced applications available for reduced rates in those areas. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Sen or Mrs. Cristaldi.
Our fans are expected to follow the NDHSAA rules and expectations for fans. This is not a concern for us. We haven't had any problems in the past, but we do want you to be aware that there are expectations spelled out for us. And if you're ever curious about where rules and regulations come from, please feel free to visit the NDHSAA site for all of those expectations.
As always, in order for us to provide these opportunities for our student athletes, we continually look for game day workers. This fall, if you are interested in line judging or providing your skills for volleyball, workers for cross country, football, junior high football for the chain gang, those types of things, please contact your coach or Mr. Sen or Mrs. Cristaldi. And as always, official shortage is a major concern for us, not just at Bowman County, but throughout North Dakota. If you are interested in giving back to the sport, and the opportunity to continue providing these opportunities for our student athletes, please contact Mr. Sen and Mrs. Cristaldi about becoming an official.
The Bowman County Booster Club provides concessions for home athletic events. Last year, they provided this service at 45 home events. Serving fans and athletes is not possible without adult volunteers. They ask that athletes' parents participate to help volunteer for up to 3 shifts each school year. Along with the wonderful food service your volunteer hours provide, volunteers will also be awarded funds to assist in summer program expenses. 1 shift qualifies you for $75. 2 shifts qualify you for $150, and 3 shifts earns you and your athlete $250 towards summer athletic camp expenses. It is vital that we have volunteers to continue to offer concession services. Before you leave the fall parent meetings, the Booster Club encourages you to stop at the Booster Club table to sign up. Also, please follow the Bowman County Booster Club on Facebook for updates and requests. The next Bowman County Booster Club event is approaching quickly. Please watch for information for our athletic kickoff event scheduled for August 24th.
If your student athlete is considering or has dreams of participating at the next level in their sport or an activity, whether it be a junior college, an NAIA school, or a Division One or Two and NCAA school, please contact Mr. Sen, Mrs. Cristaldi, or Mrs. Stafford to find out those requirements.
A reminder of the flow of communication. In Bowman County, we really focus on enhancing our students' skills and abilities. And one of those areas is communication. So, the first step, if there's a question between the coach and the player, a conversation needs to take place between those two individuals. If after the player and the coach have met, a resolution has not been found, then we move on to a meeting with the player, family, and the coach. Again, if a resolution cannot be found, the activities directors become involved. The next step after that is involving the principal, and finally, the superintendent becomes involved. We do have a 24-hour rule in Bowman County, which means that discussion of competition specifics, playtime, game results, or other inquiries specific to competition must be addressed after 24 hours has elapsed following a competition.
Thank you for watching this video
For being your student athlete's biggest fan,
and for supporting Bowman County activities.
go Bulldogs!
Go Bulldogs!